This is not a shirt that I would normally wear. Generally, you know, I'm wearing some sort of, I don't know, anime t-shirt or maybe my little like flowery shirt. This is definitely not what I normally wear, but it's a special day today. We're watching the first episode of the Last of Us TV series. And this is a shirt that I used years ago for my Joel cosplay. Because it's kind of like Joel's, you know, green shirt a little bit. I just got it from some op shop or something. But I still got it. It doesn't really fit me super well. But it doesn't matter. Because I'm wearing it in honor of this show starting. So, welcome to the channel. This is going to be my first episode reaction. I'm a huge The Last of Us fan. I'm always kind of nervous to say that I'm a huge fan of something because then people might like quiz me on it, or in the show I might say something wrong when I'm reacting to it or whatever, and people will be like, "How are you a real Last of Us fan if you don't know, you know, the exact cordyceps virus, like the way it spreads through the whatever?" I don't care. But for context of my love for this series, it's probably my favorite game of all time. It is probably one of my favorite pieces of media of all time. Like, if we're talking, you know, games, TV shows, movies, books, like, I think it still is, like, very near the top, if not at the top. I consider The Last of Us, like, basically, you know, perfect. It has always meant a lot to me when I was younger. I used to play the Uncharted games and absolutely adored the Uncharted games. And so when The Last of Us came out, I got it on release, not really knowing what to expect, and it was super different from Uncharted. But I quickly fell in love with it. I've played the game hundreds of times. I've played the game so many times, as well as watched playthroughs and streams of other people playing it and stuff. With The Last of Us 2, I absolutely adore The Last of Us 2. I admittedly have only played it twice. As compared to the billion times I played the first game, and I've watched a couple playthroughs of The Last of Us 2 on online as well. So I've experienced that story maybe 3 or 4 times. But the reason I've done that one a lot less, other than the fact that it's newer, is the fact that The Last of Us 2 I think is more like emotionally draining. So like I think The Last of Us 1 you can sort of like almost kind of casually watch, and since like yeah, I feel like it doesn't like take a lot out of you, but The Last of Us 2 like is a lot of like emotional punches, and so you kind of got to be in the right mood for it. But brilliant nonetheless, absolutely amazing. So I'm excited for this series. Big thing that I'm going to try to go into the series with is I'm a pretty positive guy overall. I don't like to, you know, talk about the negatives of stuff. Like I much would prefer to talk about what I liked than what I didn't like. So have those expectations of my reaction when going into it. And on top of that, I am like, funnily enough, obviously I'm gonna have to compare it to the game, but just because it's the same sort of thing. But I'm not gonna try to compare the quality to the game. You know, I don't want to say like, oh, I think the TV show did this better, or the game did this better. I don't think that's a very fun thing to do, because they're both their own pieces of media. All I'm looking for in this series is this TV show able to capture an experience which is somewhat comparable to the experience that I got from playing the game, so that someone else can experience the same sort of story. I'm not looking for me to relive The Last of Us, but if I do, amazing. But I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for this to be a good way for people who aren't gonna play video games, like my parents, for example, to be able to experience this story that I love so much. So I'm really excited to get into this. Yeah, I mean, I wonder if there's anything else to say. I have a Patreon account, by the way, so if you want to watch the full-length version with me, and you can experience every single second of this TV show with me, then you can go to my Patreon account in the description below. Check that out. Otherwise, subscribe to the channel, and we're just gonna jump into the first episode of The Last of Us. I'm really excited for this, so let's do it. Last of Us, episode 1. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry, I should have said this before. If you haven't played the Last of Us game, you're just experiencing this for the first time through the TV show, I will try not to spoil anything in the future in my discussions or anything. If there's anything that I'm like alluding to, I'll be like try to be super vague about it, because I don't want to ruin the experience of other people who haven't played the game and they're just trying to see the reaction to the first episode. So I'm not going to spoil stuff coming up. I'll talk about that stuff when it comes up in the show, if and when it comes up in the show. So anyway, let's jump into this first episode of The Last of Us. Here we go.
Yes, a new virus in Madagascar, say, could be in Chicago within a matter of weeks, and we end up with a global pandemic.
Oh, this is interesting.
All the world becomes sick all at once.
Viral pandemic keeps you up at night as well?
No.
No? No. All right, well, that's our show. Just pose a threat.
Oh, in the most dire terms.
Bacteria.
No.
You like saying no?
Yes.
Is that like Big Head
Not
from
bacteria,
Silicon Valley?
Not viruses. So
He looks like him.
Fungus. Where do we get LSD from?
where do you get it from?
This guy's a good host.
Also a fungus.
I know it's a
Viruses
serious
make
situation,
us
but it's
ill,
funny.
Fungi can alter our very minds with its own, but it doesn't let its victim die. No, it keeps its puppet alive by preventing decomposition. How?
This
Where
is
do we
what
get
The Last
penicillin
of
from?
Us
Fungus.
infected was all
Dr.
based
Schoenheiser in
on.
distress.
Fungal infection of this kind is real, but not in humans.
And currently, there are no reasons for fungi to evolve to be able to withstand higher temperatures. But what if that were to change? What if, for instance, the world were to get slightly warmer? Well, now there is
Oh!
to evolve. One gene mutates.
Why
and
would the world get warmer, do we
Ascomycetia,
think?
Candida, ergot.
So if that happens,
We lose.
This is a great intro.
we'll be back.
That's so cool. The Last of Us is known for its. Oh, they're using the music. Bow, bow, bow. I learned to play this kind of on guitar at some point. Yeah, The Last of Us is known for its like amazing opening and stuff, but I love that they do something completely new to start the show with. Ah, great. I'm so excited. Oh my god. 2003. Is this Sarah? Looks like Sarah's room.
You know, I don't really like pancakes.
I know you don't like them.
This-
It's for my benefit.
This kitchen is exactly the same as their kitchen in the game. Basically. Oh, it's not exactly the same. It's very similar.
You get your homework done. Fractions.
How old are you again?
Hey, you still alive,
this-
motherfucker?
Oh,
Whoa!
Who loves you?
He's
That's
dependent
Tommy?
on me. Not the same. I thought we was having pancakes.
He sounds a lot like Tommy. What
Something
the
up
heck?
On the road. Concrete guy's gonna be there?
Yeah, they said maybe.
Maybe.
That's not the
We
voice
can't frame
actor of
until we
Tommy,
pull
is
without
it?
getting paid until we frame.
Well, we could bring someone else on, get the job done faster.
No. Jakarta. Where is that? Middle East?
Doesn't ring a bell. It's definitely a country. Maybe part of Asia.
It's your country. Your t-shirt's inside out.
Shit.
Aww.
I'm losing it.
You know, it's actually nice being able to get to know Sarah a little more. You know, in the game they have to kind of speed through her characterization, and they do it amazingly, but... Hate when people do that. Drag their finger along blades.
You know what? We gotta run, but Sarah will be by later. She'll stay as long as you want. Tell you all about Atkins. Right. I'll let Connie know.
Fucking conversation.
Put that out.
Happy birthday to you.
See it? Okay, have some knowledge, shaking of heads. I swear you will use this later in life. Believe me, that's why you're here. Okay? So, homework is due. End
So
of
what was
class
the light thing? She getting at the idea for a watch? Is that what the light was supposed to be? Ah, look at this beautiful city. I hope it stays this beautiful. Oh, it actually isn't a very beautiful city. Look at all that litter. Oh my god. Maybe the city needs to be destroyed. That's
All day. I
ominous.
swear.
Oh no. That's scary. I think I would think that there's like a killer on the loose if someone did that.
Well, that's true every day, isn't it? People out there need to get right with Jesus. 3
Okay.
nails plus 1 cross.
Alright,
Forgiven.
lady.
I was thinking we'd make some cookies.
Chocolate chip?
Raisin.
Oh, come on. There's just nothing to be excited for with a raisin cookie. Are you gonna be a prophetic old person? Where you're like, the world is going to end soon. And then we're like, shut up, old person.
Be right there.
What? I mean, unless she's infected, but that seems crazy, right? Oh my god. Oh my god, is she infected?
Could I borrow this?
That's so creepy! Are these the Coopers? I just thought about it. The Coopers were one of their neighbors, right? Did she say Jimmy before? Because Jimmy was one of the Coopers. I wish I could rewind it. But this is a train moving forward. God damn, jets. Like, that seems scary when there's jets as well as police.
You locked the door for once. Good job. That doesn't mean anything to you. I'm sorry.
Aww.
Where's the cake?
Shh.
Come on,
I'll
man.
get us one tomorrow. You got me a present?
Swear.
All my life.
Oh. It's the watch scene.
Oh.
Fixed it for you.
Did you?
What?
I don't hear anything.
That was lame.
Yeah, I know. Where'd you get the money
Classic
for this?
Joe dad joke. I love it.
Drugs. I sell hardcore drugs.
Yes!
I do.
The
It's
line!
only $20.
Oh.
Thank you.
Oh, there's one more. Borrowed from the Adlers.
Oh, this is the one.
Oh,
with
they said
leaves.
Adlers,
Yeah.
not Coopers.
Imagine how bad those have to be.
Oh, yeah, they used to watch movies together and shit, didn't they?
It's too riveting.
I'm okay,
Yeah?
but I'm in jail.
God, is that actually Tommy's voice actor? His voice is like exactly the same.
Start swinging at
Okay.
She has to sleep with her freaking shoes on. I wouldn't even have shoes on in the house, let alone go to bed in them. Oh my god. Whoa. Whoa. Oh.
Dad?
Oh my god. This feels like an alien movie right now. Like the aliens were abducting people or something. Oh! Jeez. Aww.
Easy, Mercy.
Yeah, get Mercy inside.
Home.
Oh no, just get Mercy inside your house.
Come on, Mercy, please.
Oh.
Mercy! Mrs. Adler?
Oh my god. That's not a fun thing to slip on. Okay, thank goodness you're wearing shoes inside for this scene. Jeez. Oh my god. Oh. Oh god.
Get the truck! Right now!
Yes, good job, Joel. Oh my god. Come on, Tommy. Oh.
Baby, I'm sorry.
Joel, we gotta go.
Sarah, listen to me.
Hey, let's go, come on.
Get in. You lock your doors now!
Yeah, I love the commanding screams. Oh my god. I would do anything he told me to. Oh god, that's so scary! Oh my god. Oh my god. This is the first scene. Oh
God. It's Jimmy's place.
Hope that son of a bitch made it out.
Keep driving.
We can put you in the bag.
Somebody else will come along.
Oh my god. Poor Sarah, oh my god.
Fuck! Everybody had the same fucking idea.
Tommy, come on!
Oh, the way they're doing like the POV shot of just Sarah's
I don't know. Mexico,
perspective.
it's far.
What the fuck?
Oh my god! Oh my god, they're so low to the ground. Oh my god, the point of view shot, it's just keeping on it. Oh.
Tommy, go faster! We gotta go! Fucking go! Find him out!
Ah,
Just keep
the
driving.
arguments. So much tension. Oh my god! Oh! Holy wow. That's the truck crash scene? That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
My ankle.
We gotta get off the street!
Jesus! Oh my god.
Tommy!
Respond to
I'll
him.
find a
Okay.
way.
You keep your eyes on me, okay? You don't look anywhere else.
Oh. Oh, the way he like pushes her face in to try to like comfort her and hide her eyes from it. Jesus! Oh my god! It's really dynamic and cool the way that they're crashing into things. It makes them feel like they're fast without, you know.
You're safe.
Don't move.
Uncle Tommy.
We're gonna get you somewhere safe first. Then we'll go back for him, okay? Sir. We are not safe!
I'm sorry.
Please, don't. No. No. Move your hand. No, I know. Oh, it hurts.
Oh my god, no!
Come on, baby. You're okay. I know, baby. I know. I know this hurts. You're gonna be okay. All right. I know, baby. No, I know. Tommy, help me! Joe.
Oh my god. Ah! Of course they gotta do it. They gave us so much more Sarah. They gave us so much more Sarah. Oh my god. We got like 40 minutes of Sarah. Oh my god. This is what Little will do to you. Is this kid just gonna get shot? Like on sight? Oh. Is that
What if I told you that after we
Red
gave you some medicine,
as in negative
we'll
or
find you your
red as in
favorite food to
positive?
eat? Would you like? It's just a little needle.
Oh god.
It's okay.
Oh my god. Ugh. The music! I love it! Fireflies. They didn't really give an introduction to the fireflies yet, have they? In the game, at least, there's like the monologue in the intro sequence.
The more you shoot people, the harder it is to sleep, I guess.
Oh, you guess?
I need the bag back.
Yeah, I mean, in this kind of environment,
What are we doing with the
sure.
vehicle?
What's that? Two of our guys got shot this morning. Boss has got us working doubles. Guys are jumpy and tired. It's easy to make a mistake in the dark.
Oh god.
Stay safe.
Hey, I appreciate
Yeah,
him
me too.
giving you that heads up at least. Whether you'll follow it, I don't know. When you're lost in the darkness, look for the light.
What do you want me to say, Tess?
I'm not asking you to say anything. Well, how about we just let it go?
Tess, come on.
Then Robert, what do you
Wow,
want?
this
I
is
want you to
Robert?
forget this ever happened.
Wow,
Done.
cool.
Don't do that.
What? It's just a truck battery. You cut off her finger or whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. They're your fucking guys.
What about your guy? 'Cause when he sees you, I mean,
I love
he's
how
talking my
jumpy
He
Robert
answers to me.
is.
So are we good?
Oh my god! Be funny if that was Joel blowing up the wall with a rocket launcher. Who's hurting Tess?
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, careful, careful, get out of there. Oh god.
I'm not a firefly!
Whoa. I thought those looked like Ellie's shoes. She's locked up. I guess for good reason.
Count slowly and clearly from 1 to 10.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Slowly. Clearly.
6, 7,
She's
8.
ticking off all the numbers.
You.
Let me out or you're gonna pay, motherfuckers! I'm not supposed to be here!
Wow, it's only the first part of the phrase. There's no light to look for.
When I'm sleeping, Gabriella listens, or my son, the smart one, not the other one, God bless him. If Tommy responded, we'd know.
And you're talking to the tower.
Tommy,
Every day.
oh.
They gave him your message. They haven't seen or heard from him since. It's the Cody Tower. Q-bar 4, but I don't know exactly what. Next.
Damn. Story's pretty different, actually. But that's kind of interesting to me because I don't really know how this is going to play out. I know the general strokes of how it's going to play out, obviously. But how one thing leads to another is going to be kind of different. The watch. Very small scene there, but that's... we got to sort of see a smidgen of their relationship.
What guys?
Just a couple teenagers.
So this is
Shit. Probably shouldn't have.
interesting. She's lying about
Come
this.
on, you know these guys born after the outbreak.
I wonder if she was lying in the
Had an
game.
argument, they start swinging. So you march out of here, all Clint Eastwood is gonna get wind of it and skip. I need you to take a breath.
Who do you sell it to?
Don't know.
Well, where is he?
Don't know. Understand?
So this is a replacement
I
for the
promised Robert
weapons.
that you
It's
wouldn't
a
hurt him.
battery.
But I would very much like for you to hurt him.
The team in place at Southeast 3?
It's Marlene.
I held them back.
That's
Ask some
Marlene.
questions. We've been blowing up meaningless Fedra targets spread out all over
It's
the
actually
QZ for
Marlene
2
as well.
weeks.
Like it's her
We've
voice
already
actress
lost 4
playing
people, and
Marlene in this as well.
What's the point of this? Our people are asking what's going on, and I don't know what to tell them.
Tell them to follow fucking orders. You two, go to Southeast 3 now.
Marlene?
We are in a war against a military dictatorship to
I
restore
love her
democracy
voice.
and freedom. Does that sound about right? No, we're taking that random girl locked in that room west.
From our guy in the radio tower in Salem.
Yeah, you got more important things right now with Ellie.
Hey, friend. Don't worry, I don't want anything. But if you're feeling lost...
You tell me to look for the light and I'll break your jaw.
Oh, you fucker!
So Marlene? It is. Oh, is that her backpack? Aww. And her little switchblade.
I am the one who told him not to shoot you, if you recall.
They put me there when I was a baby. It's for orphans.
They didn't put you there. I did. Ellie.
You're my fucking mom or something?
And look like your mom?
No, you do not.
Oh, that was such an Ellie delivery.
Fireflies in the Boston QZ.
No, you do not.
Why would terrorists dump me with Fedra?
Terrorist? Was Riley a terrorist?
Riley? Jesus.
Oh, shit.
Oh, God.
This one's done.
Jeez. Hang on. How do you know that's the way to go? It's not painted yellow.
The whole structure.
The fuck? Someone put a piano in front of us?
Tess.
Is that Robert? Is this Marlene or? Oh!
So this is who Robert screwed us over with? The Che Guevara of Boston? It's going pretty shitty for you to be buying from scumbags like him.
Yeah, it kind of has been.
Go.
Not at her.
Pointing at me. To know things.
To know things.
God damn.
You're the cause of it. You turned my own brother against me.
Okay, Joel.
That was a lot of gunfire. Fedra's gonna be on the way.
Damn. I love to. Okay, Joel. Like line. There's a lot of chemistry there.
Tonight, but we won't make it anywhere
Like
this,
she's
not
sick
for a
of
while.
Joe's shit.
So now I'm thinking you're gonna do it.
Sorry.
I can do it.
Kim, you don't have a fucking ear on your fucking head, could you please?
There's a teal firefighter
Oh.
for her at the old state house. Not just a battery, the whole thing. Fueled up truck, guns, supplies, all of it.
Oh. Oh.
I swear.
I love this. All their chemistry together is great.
Asshole.
The second we hand that kid over.
Y'all talk it through, but please remember that I'm bleeding out.
Don't fuck this up. Please.
They have. Oh, I gotta talk about Marlene's characterization in this show. Afterwards, it's slightly different, but I like it. Or feels slightly different to me. It might not actually be slightly different. That look is so good.
What are you doing?
Killing time.
What am I supposed to do?
I'm sure you'll figure that out.
There's just like snippets of the original game's dialogue in it, and
You're watching.
it's nice because fans can just be like, "Oh, the watch is broken." God damn it!
So we're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Wake me up before you go.
Shit.
Gotcha. 80s means trouble. Code broken.
Little shit. God, it's so scary. Like this whole trying to sneak through and hearing people with guns walking all around and the helicopters. Terrifying. Are they going to find out why they're smuggling her before the end of this episode? I reckon that'll be where they end the episode.
Okay, let's talk this out.
Turn around.
Yeah,
Get
hold
on your
on.
fucking knees. Get on your fucking knees.
Hold on.
What'd I fucking tell you, man? I said stay the fuck home.
Yeah.
Get on your knees.
It's this dude.
Just get on your knees. Just get on your knees.
Really, man? Yep. We're doing this by the book.
Jesus Christ.
All right, what about 3/4?
We can fix this. Move.
Oh God! Oh wow! Showing the flashback. Wow. Oh. He vented that a bit.
No, I'm not sick.
Joe!
I'm not sick.
Joe!
I'm not sick. Look.
Joel,
Yeah.
we gotta move. We gotta move, Joel.
Wow, the Tess's like scream when she found out was very cool. Very cool. I don't know what decade this song's from, so. Oh, the buildings! Yeah! This is my favorite like landscape in The Last of Us. Those collapsed buildings. Oh, it sounds 80s. So that's Danger, I assume. Oh. Wow, that was the first episode of The Last of Us. I'm so happy. Again, as I tried to say before the thing, I'm going to do my best to not spoil any upcoming things that are happening in the show, because, you know, if you're watching this show for the first time, or even you played The Last of Us so long ago and you don't remember what happened or something, I don't want to ruin that experience for you. But obviously I'm going to be talking about stuff that did happen and maybe like little ways that it compared to things in the game. Because wow, that was so cool. So firstly, the first thing I want to just look up is Tommy's voice actor in the game sounds a lot like the actor here, and I don't think it's the same guy, but maybe it is. So I'm just gonna quickly look that up, because he could have just been another guy doing a southern accent. It just was, you know, very close. So Jeffrey Pierce is the name of the guy who does it in the game. Let's see. I mean, is he given this? Hold on. No, okay. Tommy is played by Gabriel Luna in the show. So not the same person, but I mean, fantastic voice. I mean, look, voices honestly do not need to be the same in adaptations. Like, this is a thing. Some people get very attached to the idea of like, okay, the game was like this, so the adaptation also has to be like this. But, you know, it's about getting the spirit of the character, or even just the spirit of the themes, like the story. Like, that's the part they want to get out. The emotion that you get from the original piece of media. Getting, you know, the other stuff as close as possible is great and a bonus, you know. Like, it's amazing when I hear in Pedro Pascal's voice, like that Joel quality to it, like that gravel that he has, you know. Ellie, yeah, that sort of Ellie, stop it, Ellie. Like, I love when I hear that sort of gravel to it. But when Pedro's doing his own thing and giving his own sort of like softer quality to Joel's voice as well, that's nice too, because that's his own take on Joel's character. And And yeah, same with every character in the show. But I just also think it's so cool. Like Tommy, for me, I mean, every character in this game has such an iconic voice because I've played the game so many times that it's just like a lot of the lines are just embedded in my head. Like I'll have the Last of Us script like in my head while watching some of these scenes. And so hearing that guy who sounds a lot like Tommy doing lines like Tommy does his lines, it's great. They found a perfect actor for him. Wow, that was really cool. So it was so nice to see Sarah and learn a bit more about her, you know, sort of get to spend a little bit of time with her. The only thing that I would have wanted, if they were gonna spend time with her, I would have liked to see her hobbies come out a little bit more, because obviously her room, she's got like movie posters and music stuff that sort of like imply her hobbies, and I know in the game we also know that she plays soccer. Like that's another thing that she does, right? And so I think it would have just been really cool to be able to see her at her most, you know, casual, having fun. Like that's basically the only thing that I wanted out of those original scenes extra that they didn't give me, because yeah, the rest of it, getting to know Sarah a little bit more before she unfortunately dies, it was really, really nice, you know. Because yeah, if you haven't played the game, essentially in the game you get like, it starts with like her giving the watch scene, and then it goes right into the zombie stuff happening, you know. And so we don't get much time with her, but they do a great job at characterizing her in that small amount of time. But I do like in this, you know, we got a little bit, we got the characterization spread out a little bit more. Very nice. And that's why it's amazing that this can be an HBO show rather than being a movie, because they can take their time. Like they spent like, you know, 40, 50, 60 minutes, I don't know, on the opening thing, like before it says 20 years later or whatever. Like they spend, you know, let's say 45 minutes on it. I can't remember how much they spent on it. Let's say they spent 45 minutes on it. That's incredible. If you were doing a movie and the movie's 2 hours, that's almost halfway through the movie, but we're nowhere near halfway through the story. That was the prologue. So it's so good that we have like a series to properly take our time with it, because with I don't think a movie could have ever fit that sort of stuff into anywhere near the same effect. So about Marlene, because Marlene is a lot of fun, because Mo Dandridge is playing Marlene in this show, and she plays Marlene in the original game, so we can properly see how her characterization is adjusted a bit. And this is just my own reading of her character from this one episode that we saw. And so, like, you know, if you have your own interpretation and you think she's the same as a game, or you disagree with the way that she's different, that's fine. I understand that. But the way that I think is, I feel like they have made Marlene tougher, as in more sort of in charge, more of a commander. But then, because of that, when you see her soft side, it feels like that's a crack, you know, like she's not meaning for that to come out. And I think that's a really good choice, especially for you know, for Mo Dandridge. Like, I think honestly, like, Mo Dandridge just looks badass, so I think being able to like see that, like, the emotion crack, and then being able to hear the emotion in her voice like come out, it's such a contrast to the person that she had been, because she appears on screen and she's immediately like, hey, follow your fucking orders. What do I tell the people? Tell them to follow their fucking orders. Like, she's being like very harsh to these people, but then she goes to Ellie and she's being very soft to Ellie, right? And then she's doing all this stuff, she's shot, she's talking like she's being, you know, sassy and whatever in that scene, but then there are times when she's, you know, talking to Joel where there's like little cracks coming out where she's like, this is important, you know? And I really like that, because I've always loved Marlene as a character so much. And I think she's got a great voice. I'm so glad Mo Dandridge is playing Marlene again, because that voice is so great. And I just think it's so cool the way they've done her characterization in this. She's a very, very interesting character. Like she was the standout for me in this episode. I loved it. So they've changed it to be finding Tommy now. That is a big, that's the main drive of the series. That's very interesting. That's an interesting change. And I'm excited to see how that plays out in the story. Because in the original thing, it was actually kind of just about they had weapons, they were ripped off, and they wanted their weapons back. Like their guns. Like literally, they just wanted their guns back. And then they, go to get the guns and whatever. But the thing about that is, like, we as players, we weren't actually attached to the guns. They were just a means to get to the thing that we were attached to. So this is actually really cool. The idea that instead we're going after Tommy, someone we do care about because we learned about him and got attached to him. And he was like the funny, like cool uncle in the opening scenes. So we're attached to Tommy. So we have this this thing that's driving us forward that matters like just as much, I really like that. That's the thing. Like this is the decisions they're making in this adaptation. I like that they're not changing shit for the sake of changing shit. They're also not keeping things the same just for that. Just to keep it as close to the original story as possible. Then I think this is literally Neil Druckmann going, you know what, if I had written this game again, I would have changed that little bit because I don't think that was quite as strong. I think he's doing that now when he's writing the script. And I'm sure also the other guy, I can't remember his name, is it Craig something? The guy who does Chernobyl and is doing this show. I'm sure he's also talking to Neil at the same time as they're writing the script and is saying like, hey, this might work in a video game, but it doesn't work as well on screen. Here's what I think would work well on screen. So yeah, I'm just super excited about everything that's happening in this show. As you can tell, like I'm such a huge fan of this series. And like I feel bad sometimes when I'm doing a reaction like this where I'm kind of just fangirling. I'm not able to react to the information as like oh wow, that's what's happening? Oh, here's what I think's gonna happen because I know the story. But I can give my insight onto the sort of reasons that I think they're making these small adjustments to the story. And on top of that, the benefit of me knowing the story so well is I have an instant attachment to all these characters. I've got an attachment to them. So that's really nice. And I like how Bella Ramsey, I think that's her name, I'm not going to be comparing her performance to Ashley Johnson's performance because that's not fair, like at all. Obviously Ashley Johnson she's an incredible actress. And also it's, Ashley Johnson was our introduction to Ellie, right? We've never seen anybody else play Ellie before. So of course we're going to look for those little things. And I don't know how much, I don't think Bella Ramsey is trying to, copy Ashley Johnson's performance. I think she's got the biggest pressure on her shoulders, unfortunately, because Ashley Johnson is so iconic as Ellie, and it's just such an iconic character, and people were sort of weren't happy with the casting immediately just because we haven't really seen how Bella Ramsey can act much outside of Game of Thrones, and she didn't have a crazy great part in Game of Thrones. And on top of all of that, she's a pretty young, I don't actually know how old she is. I would guess 18 or 19, but I don't know. But she's, on top of that, she's a younger girl. And I think, honestly, that would make her a little bit of a punching bag for certain groups of people. I think what she's doing is she's, doing her own performance. It still makes me happy when I see those little bits of oh my god, that's exactly how Ashley Johnson would have delivered the line. And I shouldn't do that. I should take away that part of my brain completely and just take in this as a new interpretation of the character. But I forgot exactly what the line was. I think it was like, no, you do not. Like, it was like this little line as she was like leaned against the wall where she did this like under the breath type thing that was so Ellie. It was amazing. Anyway, that's The Last of Us episode 1. I almost said part 1, but we're nowhere near done part 1. The Last of Us part 1 is probably going to be this entire season, maybe more. I don't know how they're doing this show. And if they're going to do Last of Us Part 2 as like a season 2 or something, I have no idea. If they do, I would be so happy. I would be so incredibly happy to have that happen. But regardless, that was The Last of Us episode 1. Please, if you want to watch the full-length reaction of my Last of Us reactions and any other reactions on my channel, you can go to my Patreon account in the description below. Like the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel. I'd love to hear, you know, your thoughts, and you know, you can fangirl with me if you want. But thank you very much for watching. Subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.